Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Screen Orb. A pawn shop business is not steady at all. If you are entering into the pawn shop business, then expect some devastating losses as well as spectacular jackpots. Here are the 10 craziest jackpots from Hardcore Pawn. The Devil. Once this customer walks in the show with creepy music in the background.
They call me the Devil.
He tells that people call him the devil and he is 2,500 years old. He tries to sell his gold saying that he wants money because money is the root of all evil. After getting offered $500 and then $610 by Les Gold, he declines and the devil leaves without a fuss. Gretsch electric guitar. A couple came in and wanted to pawn off a beautiful lion gold Gretsch electric guitar. They had to have money to save their home. They were desperate and claimed that the guitar valued at least $1,800. However, after getting offered less than that amount, they left and took the deal.
Thank you so much. I'm a hugger.
Later on, Seth learned that the guitar was actually worth more than the amount. He called them up and asked to meet so he could give him the difference. Dr. Death. Dr. Jack Kevorkian is well known for his involvement in 130 murder cases, since the Doctor of Death's campaign of horror was so widely televised. So when the minivan that he used to perform his macabre surgeries popped up on the show, audiences were astonished. He was approached by a local businessman who told him that he owned the van. After making sure that he was telling the truth, the team paid $20,000 to take it off his hands, and eventually sold it for a profit of $25,000. The Law. Les Gold struck an unusual deal one episode of Hardcore Pawn. This time, it wasn't with the seller. It was with the U.S. Secret Service. When a man came into the store attempting to sell counterfeit money along with a counterfeiting machine, the crew faked interest long enough to get him to stick around. The team quickly called up local law enforcement and learned that he was a notorious counterfeiter who had been on the run for years. Les Gold suspected the man was looking for his 50 minutes of fame, since he even signed the necessary paperwork to appear on the show. Ruby in the Rough. When an old lady approached Ashley and showed her the gems that she found in her grandma's house, Ashley was skeptical the gems looked fake. Before turning her away, Les decided to call up an expert. At the end of the episode, Lady and Ashley both were proved right. Every single gem turns out to be glass, except for one that was actually a Burmese ruby valued at $10,000. Hunters. The two older men walked into the shop carrying a computer. Now we know old folks sometimes don't know technology.
Get out of accident, man. I didn't break it. I thought it was you, man.
But when they asked for $800 for the ancient monitor and desktop, people couldn't help but laugh. Seth offers $400, which is extremely generous. Yet they decline the bargain and start shouting. When the security guard comes, the hunters storm off, shouting obscenities on their way out. Bowling balls. You know what's something you don't see people selling too often? Bowling balls. One customer brought 3 bowling balls on Hardcore Pawn.
I just want like 150 though, 50 a ball.
Claiming the balls were hurting her bowling game. She was asking $150 for all 3, but Les was skeptical and asked if she could provide a receipt. Otherwise, it's a no deal. She put up a fight, but thankfully security was nearby and she left rolling her balls out the door. Stolen microphones. When a shady looking dude came to the store with some microphones, the team was immediately skeptical. So like in the case of the counterfeiter, to avoid any running with the law, they called the music store to ask if they had experienced any theft recently. And the store confirmed that the microphones were theirs. They called the cops on the guy, and before things could get nasty, justice was served. Seth's girlfriend. Usually, the deals made are related to the item, but this one customer came to sell her TV and ring, but ended up flirting with Seth. Looked like she wanted to score a date with him. Unfortunately, they are professional people, so she ended up leaving with no deal and no date. What now? A customer came into the pawn shop, showing off her deceased grandmother's ring. She said that they were authentic Sherbatsky. Seth looked confused and told her that she has no idea what the brand is. Moreover, he told her clearly that rings won't fetch a very high price. They get into an argument that ended up with the customer pulling down her blouse. The security rolled up expecting a fight, but thankfully the customer leaves without a struggle. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.